Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Analytics Instrumentation Sync on the 9th of May, 2023. I still have to catch myself that I don't say product intelligence. But yeah, that's going to probably be some while. Important note there, if anyone comes up with a good shortening of analytics instrumentation, which is not AI, then let me know. Because I've seen people still using PI for product intelligence, and I wanted to correct them, but I couldn't say use AI because that doesn't really no. Yeah, but I guess that's what we have to live with now. All right, let's dive into the topics. I have 3 topics today. If anyone else has something, feel free to still add it to the agenda. I first wanted to just kind of let everyone again know that we, as per the documentation at least, now made event definition files for snowplow mandatory. This is mainly concerning if we do any reviews, that we all need to make sure that people comply with that, especially if there's people around who have been doing snowplow events or creating snowplow events before. They might not yet be used to having to create those event definitions. It shouldn't be that much more work for them. It should make life a lot easier for us in the future if things are already documented. We then need to move on to kind of actually mandating this, like with a danger bot and so on. But I think that's also something we can tackle as part of, because we're moving along with the unified API anyway. So for now, I think it's up to us to make sure that this is taken into account. I think Nikolai still made a good suggestion to add it somewhere else to the documentation, kind of more deliberately and more clearly as well. But yeah, I wanted to just make sure that everyone again heard it, so that we don't miss it during all the reviews that we're doing. Cool. If there are no questions, then the next thing is what I didn't realize, that actually the cutoff for kind of which commit makes it definitely into 16.0 is a bit earlier than normal milestones. There's a few reasons. You can look into the document, like the written reasons and the issue that's linked in the agenda. As you all know probably by now, the most important deliverable that we have in our group for this milestone are these registration features. So those are and with deliverable, I mean, those are the things that definitely need to make it into 16.0. For example, Tanuja is already preparing a blog post also for this, which then announces these additional features being available as registration features. So far, I know that Michał and Piotr have been well at work at those, and I think also made good progress. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think 2 of them are already merged. But since kind of the cutoff is very close, and again, I mean, as I think Mikola already mentioned in Slack, it's very likely that even commits beyond the 11th, so the day after tomorrow, will make it into 16.0, but there's no guarantee. So whatever we can do to make it more likely that these registration features are done by the day after tomorrow, that's something we should do. I think by now, all of those features are being worked on by Piotr and Michał. So I'd leave it up to you two, Piotr and Michał, to reach out if you need any help, if anyone can take over one of the features from you, so that you can focus on another one, or also to reach out for reviews inside the group, because inside the group, everyone knows about the importance of those. And we know that it otherwise can happen that kind of other priorities come in. So for us, this priority is the highest. So if anybody here gets tagged as a reviewer or as the maintainer review for one of those features, then please prioritize this, and don't hesitate, Piotr and Michał, to reach out via Slack to people to let them know, hey, I tagged you as a reviewer, I tagged you to merge this one in. Because again, the more we can make sure that they definitely make it in, the less stress it's going to be for us. Because then if it's like, okay, maybe one of those doesn't make it in, or is kind of, I don't know, gets merged on the 12th or 13th, and then we're kind of, we don't know. This might then affect kind of the blog post, or there's loads of variables that then potentially come into play. So if we can somehow make it sure, then it's going to make our lives easier from that day on. So there's no questions regarding that, I assume. Okay. Right, and the last one is team event. Oh, so something nice for a change. I hope that's nice for everyone. So I think we did one sometime in January. So that's already quite some time ago. And so I'd like to redo one. I think a bunch of you already voted. If you haven't done so, please do so. So I suggested the week of the 22nd of May, so the week after next. And any day between Monday and Thursday is potentially open, so we can do it any day. My suggestion would be that we use the European morning, so sometime around like the current one, because I think that's the easiest to do for all of us, so that also Nico can join, that Tanuja can join, Ankit can join without any bigger problems. Even though that means that people in the US, so Sam, for example, will probably be excluded, except if he wants to get up in the middle of the night. We don't have any budget this time, so any kind of budget for those kinds of things has been frozen. I think last time we also just used that to order some food. So the same, you can, I think, if it comes down to that, something we can also cover ourselves. I also already put in, like, I think at least from my point of view, the most fun we had was with the GeoGuessr game. So at least to me, it feels like that's something we can definitely redo and compete again. But if you have other suggestions, I mean, I'm also going to invest some time into figuring out maybe some more collaborative games or anything like that, where we can share a bit of about ourselves as well. But yeah, if you have suggestions, feel free to leave them there. I'd really look forward to having that again. I think it was really nice last time. I think, and please vote on the days. That's the most important thing, so that we can figure it out. The earlier we can kind of put a definite date on it, the easier it is. Yeah, I already also put Among Us in there, Nico. It's one of those trust destroying games, so I'm not sure if it's the best.
I'm not sure I'm ready for that again.
Yeah,
I haven't trusted Sam since that day.
Have you also tried the Drawosaurus game last time? Because I only was able to participate in a part of the team day last time.
I think
I know that the Drawosaurus is quite popular. Like there was this virtual contribute events, and Drawosaurus has quite a lot of popularity there. It's kind of like a charades, but online.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea as well. I don't think we tried that last time. We only did Among Us and GeoGuessr. So I'm definitely up for some very bad drawing, at least from my part.
It's always very artistic drawing with the mouse and the paint-like UI.
I can only imagine.
Nico, can you write down the name in agenda?
I will add link to agenda.
Thank you.
Awesome.
There is, I mean, it's probably a little bit too much, but there is a game on Steam called Tabletop Simulator. And with this tabletop, you can get absolutely any tabletop game like Munchkin or anything with a million plugins. And it's kind of like conversation. You can play poker, anything. But you would play with your friends or with your colleagues and
yeah, feel free to also put those as suggestions in the issue. I think as soon as we have a date, we can definitely also like do a vote on what people would like to play, because even if it's in this case, I guess a bit more involved for everyone to get the software or something, if there's enough people who'd be up for like playing some board games or something together, then I'm all for it. I wouldn't have a problem with kind of getting those. And I haven't actually tried out Tabletop Simulator yet, so I also look forward to trying that at some point. Right. Any spontaneous topics that we didn't cover yet? All right, then.
I have one question about the registration features before the 11th. Mikori, do you have capacity to just take on maintainer reviews? I could just send them your way. I think that would be the fastest.
We can also pair on those to make them even more speedier. At least it would be probably nice, because I'm not a domain expert there. So probably getting some jumpstart for you, like what is this feature even about and where to look for the description, would help me to review it sooner. But yeah, definitely, since it's priority, just send them my way. I'll shuffle the rest.
Fair, thanks. They're not too complicated, so I think we'll be fine.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just to make sure again, Michał, Piotr, you have absolute power when it comes to those registration features. So you don't even need to ask Nikolai if he has time. Nikolai has to make time. That's the way it works now. Just you have this power until the 11th. So just kind of you're kind of, you can feel like a monarch if you can just order people around, including me. So whatever you need, you're gonna get. Just say the word. That's all we need from the two of you. Cool. Then I guess let's get back to those features and other things that we're doing, and have a nice day, everyone. See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.